Okay, so this is issue 2 of Deathstroke Terminator. Went for the particularly nice Dampanosian cover here. Yeah, it's not too bad. So last time we saw that Slade had fallen victim to a scam, effectively. They tried to get him to stole all his money, tried to get him assassinated for someone. It was all a con. We get a flashback to Slade's original origin, where he's talking about being a super soldier. He goes and fights all the dudes that tried to kill him last time, which is pretty cool. Again, he seems to be pretty well plugged up. He's been injured. He contacts somebody, but I don't know if it's actually revealed who he contacts. This person with the yellow box of speech, and basically says, you know, you're the last person I need to talk to. There's money. I've got money. There's finance in the vault, and then it turns out the vault's been robbed as well, so he's got no cash. We cut back to Rose again, as from last time, with what's going on with him talking to her. And it seems that, you know, he's determined to find out who killed Wintergreen, and he basically starts slashing through the guys that on the thing that are called against him, you know, and asks who set you up, who employed you to come and get me. And right at the end, we see Deathblow and Deadshot turn up and basically say, "Oh, don't tell him, that was for a surprise." Now, Deadshot, yeah, fine. Deathblow, completely surprising, apart from the fact that I knew he was on the cover of another issue. But why they're using him? I thought all the Wildstorm stuff had effectively been ceased and stopped being used, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And again, not being funny, Deathblow's thing, as far as I remember, Deathblow's thing was always the idea that he was dying, and that was his. I mean, that was the Image miniseries anyway. So obviously that seems to have, you know, been put back. He was in that Wildstorm book that was actually pretty decent. I quite enjoyed the Wildstorm book. But yeah, so obviously Deathblow is part of the DCU again, which is fine. It's Jim Lee. It's a Jim Lee creation, isn't it? So you can kind of understand it. So yeah, so that's about it really. It's not, yeah, say we don't really get an awful lot of information. All we know is that he's been stripped back to the basics. He's pretty much got what he's got on his person, and that's about it. He's got access to somebody that can possibly help him out and figure out what's going on. But apart from that, he's left to his own devices, and he's going to try and figure out how to kill Wintergreen. And that revelation is yet to come. All we know is that they've got enough money to employ other assassins to do him in. So, you know, obviously, you know, someone's got a grudge against him. As I said before, it's a shame that Wintergreen died. I like Wintergreen as a character. I thought it was always pretty good for someone to have Deathstroke to kind of play off against. I'm really hoping Rose shows up pretty soon as the Ravager, because I just really love the Ravager costume. I think it's just a little, obviously a take on Deathstroke's actual costume itself, but it's just really, really cool. So hopefully she'll show at some point. And whether or not we'll see a Titans crossover, maybe, I suppose that's a possibility. That's almost, you know, guaranteed at some point with Deathstroke, which is a shame because it doesn't really need it. I don't remember the 90s Deathstroke being having a lot of crossovers with Deathstroke. I remember the Titan Quest. Was it a Titan Quest? Where they looked for all the other characters. That might have been a Deathstroke crossover. But anyway, rambling on now. But yeah, all in all, not a bad book. Again, same as with Lobo. Quite interesting. Definitely want to see where this goes. It's not spectacularly, you know, okay, this is it's the best thing I've ever read, but it's, you know, it's competent and decent. Whether or not it gets budged off for another book later on, I couldn't say for sure. But at the moment, I'm more than happy to be reading this. And considering I wasn't reading any DC a few months ago, that's, you know, that's pretty decent. So there you go. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much what I'll say about this one so far. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.